on all platforms: Twitch, Kick, Facebook, Instagram. Yep, let's go. So I have set up a new cutter widget in OBS so that I could do better time management in my programming sessions. So typically, it's better to do like use the Pomodoro method to get better focus. So basically, the Pomodoro method is like you do the work for about 25 minutes, and then you take 5 minutes break, kind of to refresh your mind. You could go drink some water, go to the restroom, or like clean up your house during that 5 minutes, and then go back do another focus session for 25 minutes. And typically we want to solve something in that 25 minutes. Yeah, so total 25 minutes focus, 5 minutes. So the total session will be like 30 minutes each. That way your brain will be always fresh. You don't burn out too much, and and it will keep your performance kind of more consistent for a long run. And like doing programming, like sitting on the desk for too long, is not good for your health as well. So let me see. Yeah, let's see. So my so on the so I have set up the portrait view and also the landscape view for different platforms. So portrait is like uh, Instagram, oh, what? For Instagram and for YouTube Short, and landscape for Kick, for Facebook, for YouTube, and for Twitch. So I'm having a problem in the landscape mode here, where the clock is blocking my face. So let me adjust it. Let's move it around. Yep, it should be better now. Yep. Okay. Enough talking. Let's get our first focus session. Well, yeah. Let's see if anyone joining us today. So cool. On we have people on Kick. That's good. So let's get started. Um, here the timer. It's time to focus. Yep. Timer start. So let's review a bit what we were doing yesterday. Let me switch back to the code. Review what we were doing. So we were working on connecting the live effects input to the output of another live effect, or connect it to the output of the or classic. And we did it like a kind of quick, dirty way. So now we need to refactor, make it more efficient, make the code cleaner, and let me see the way we do that. is so we have this no what the mic sampler, and in the mic sampler we created like two new functions to use the audio bus. Where's the audio bus? Audio bus in. Yeah, these two function. Um, to connect the audio bus in of an effect to the audio bus out of a mic sampler, and the audio bus out is a new kind of property that we introduced into the mic, so that we are not using we're no longer using um, the audio source, the audio clip, kind of copy audio clip from the mic sampler to the effects input. So let's see what next we need to do. So basically the mic sampler and the live effects output, they're gonna be quite similar in terms that they all have the connect to Csound input function, disconnects from Csound input function. It also has the audio bus out. So I'm thinking maybe we could turn this live FX input into something else. Let's call it like audio output, and then the mic sampler could inherit from this audio output. Yeah. We may create an interface for that, or a class, and then my sampler is gonna expand from that class. Let's see which way we should go. Let's see which way we should go with. And then we wanted to refactor the mic sampler manager as well. The mic sampler manager. So we have two type of connection in here. We have two type of connection: mic sampler connection and effects connection. But I think we don't need to differentiate between the two. We did it that way because we wanted to get the functionality done quickly. Now we want to kind of combine these two mic sampler connection and effects connection into one. The mic sampler connector, that is actually the it plays a role of an input. Then mic sampler and live effects output are actually the same. They are all output. Yeah, cool. So let me see. So if we wanna kind of reuse this live effects output, and maybe my sampler inherit from it, then we need to rewrite this a little bit, because this live effects output, it is depending on the Csound or manager. And then from the Csound or manager we get from the Csound or manager we get the Csound UD object and the audio bus out from there. Yep. And let's see what else we need to consider. So this we could call, like, this is actually audio input. Select audio input. So only the effects can take audio input. Maybe we could rename this one to audio input, and the audio input will have a bezier line. So in here we select, then connect in the connect function. What do we do in the connect function? Connect to Csound input. So this is the input, and this is yeah, maybe from here, mic sampler connector. Yeah, rename that to audio input, but audio input might be too general. So maybe Csound Manager audio input. Is that name too long? I don't know. What name should we call it? CM audio, maybe. Csound Meta audio input. I don't know. So maybe Csound Meta CM audio input. Yeah, maybe CM audio input. And rename this one is not mic sampler manager, but let's call it audio connection manager, and let's call this one select input. Yeah, and this is might not be connect my sampler. This also called select input. And then this one is like disconnect input. We could remove these two function. Oh no, uh, I remember we renamed this one already. Audio Connection Manager. Rename this one as well. Uh, select input. CM audio input. And rename the mic sampler connector too. So, this one we call select input. Okay. And in the live effects output, we don't have to call it like live effects output, but let's see. Select FX output. Maybe we don't have to call it effect. Something else could have an output. Maybe, for example, later on we might create virtual speakers. So in that case, speakers. Oh no, yeah. So outputs for class 6 for sampler. Yeah. So we don't need to call it effects output, but just simply output. So connect to Csound input, like right here. Connect to an input. Yeah. Connect to Csound input. So we got an input here. Here's the output. Connect to the input. That's looking good. Just one thing I want to do better is like to kind of generalize this one, because we want to reuse it for mic sampler, because mic sampler also have this function. The only thing that mic sampler doesn't have is the Csound or manager. So I guess maybe we could create a new class called CM, stand for Csound Meta, and then audio output that will be a mono behavior, and then I just copy this thing over here. It won't have a Csound manager, but it will have an audio bus out. This one will have an audio bus out, and then from here we just keep the audio bus out. Yeah, we are assuming that the input is always a Csound Unity object. What if the input is not a Csound Unity? Maybe something else. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep it simple for now. Later on, we might need to expand this one so that the input is not necessary like a Csound Unity object or something else. So, and then this live output will inherit from the audio output, and because of that, everything's just the same. The only difference is you have an audio bus. We need a function to get the audio, but Csound Unity audio bus, get audio bus. Then this one we call get audio bus out. And public then we rewrite that function public override voids get audio bus out, then the audio bus out quick fix. Yeah, return time must be not void but Csound Unity audio bus. Format this one. And then from here we could say CM audio output, rename this one to output. This one we rename it to input. Selected input. Yeah, this could be called selected output, and this one we turn it into an output. And then we don't need this one. And now we can simplify the connection because we're gonna use, let's rename this CM audio connection. The CM audio connection is take the CM audio input and CM audio output. This one we call output, and this one we call input. And remove this, and over here we do CM audio connection. CM audio connection. We have about 2 minutes left for this session. Then we're gonna take 5 minutes break. We don't need this anymore. Select in select output, then we connect. Yeah, we could remove this whole thing because it's duplicated. Rename this to connect, and then this is connection. We could replace it by just connection. Yeah, anywhere we have avis connection, we need to replace it by connections. Yeah, I think it's cleaner. We have a select input, we have select output, we have connect function. Select output is going to connect to input by doing selected input Csound manager. We call okay. All right, it's time to take a break. I'll see you in 5 minutes. Time to take a break. See you in 5 minutes. All right. Yeah, let's see if anyone is watching. Hello, Soy and Batonito. Hello, Kian. Yeah, inside Copilot, Cursor, or Windsurf. They are all good. Hi, and Thọ. gặp mọi người sau 3 phút. Bây giờ lao thì uống tí nước, uống ly nước. Nước khác đây. Yeah. So a friend of mine asking about Copilot, and is a trend for this year? I don't know if he's asking about whether Copilot is trending for this year or like AI in general, or like AI for coding is trending. And yes, it is trending, and like a couple of the companies is kind of competing um, in this kind of AI for coding. And I have tried Copilot, I have tried Cursor, I have tried Windsurf. Yeah, it's time to focus, but yeah. I have tried Cursor, I have tried Windsurf, I have tried Copilot. Um, and they are all changing pretty quickly. So the first thing I tried was Copilot, and it was very basic at that time. Like I think like 2 3 months ago, it was pretty basic. Then I switched to Cursor for a month. I switched to Cursor for about a month, and yeah, Cursor completely um, blow Copilot out of the water. So and then after a month with Cursor, I tried Windsurf because Windsurf raised tons of money. I don't remember exactly like the how much um, they raised, but it's around like hundreds of millions of dollars. So Cursor raised about I don't remember exactly, about like tens of millions. I mean, like about 60 millions US dollar. If I remember correctly, to do um, like to make Cursor. But so then yeah, I tried Windsurf. I wasn't so convinced by Windsurf. and I got this new computer. I just set it up, so I don't have Windsurf or Cursor. But when I install Visual Studio Code, GitHub Copilot is already built in into um, Visual Studio Code. I just need to log into GitHub, and then I got access to GitHub Copilot. So because I was lazy to set up other um, to set up Cursor or Windsurf, so I give GitHub Copilot another try. And turns out GitHub Copilot has um, GitHub Copilot has developed since then. So a couple of things that mm, new that I don't think it has that before, or maybe it always had that, but I don't really like pay attention to. So like for example, let me switch to my screen over here so that I can show you better. So for example, this edit thing, Copilot edit, um, well, like GitHub Copilot used to be able to change the code, your code, but it doesn't show whether um, like what code did it change. Um, so like I mean like inline changes. So like for example, it will show you like exactly where it changed, where it add, where it delete lines of code. So I find it pretty useful. So for example, I'll show you right here. So for let's say I have this HTML CSS um, where I write this so that I could show some kind of um, advertisement right here, where I show my Facebook in my social profiles and my website that you will see of the at the bottom of the screen. Then maybe I could ask them to change like uh, make the font bigger, just as simple as that. Make the font bigger and change color to green maybe, and then it will start editing and it generate editings, and then it start like modifying the code. And then here's what I meant. Here is so like it delete this line and replace it by this line, and particularly it changed this 24 pixel to 36, and then it changed the color RGB to 255 to green, and then I have the option to accept or discard the change. So like because I don't want to change anything, I could just discard it. So this feature, I don't think Copilot had it like a couple months ago. I may be wrong, but I didn't see that until I tried Cursor. Then I saw that feature of Cursor. Yeah. So so some of what I mean is like it is very competitive. Different companies try to um, try to achieve the same thing, which is like make coding so much easier with AI. Um, but because it's constantly changing, so what might be the best today might not be the best tomorrow. So that why keep rotating between different solution, like like Copilot and then Cursor and then Windsurf, and then I go back to GitHub, and then maybe next month I'll go back to Cursor and then Windsurf, or maybe something else. Yeah. So yeah, just keep update, keep watching, uh, because everything's gonna change rather pretty quickly. You see that, okay? Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Yeah. Cool. Let's go back to work. Let's go back to what I was doing. Focus on the code here. Yeah. Let me close this one. Don't save it. Yeah, I'm refactoring. Yeah, like here I could do all the refactoring by myself, but then I may ask um, Copilot and see if it could refactor the code for me. Refactor the code using only CM audio input, CM audio output, and CM audio connection. Yeah, just simple as that, and let's see how good it could do. So now it is working, doing a job, generating and applying edits 25%, 26%. Yeah, is writing the code. Pretty crazy, right? Then it makes some changes in here. Now, yeah, it made a lot of changes. Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, it adds some. It even adds some empty lines just for like formatting, better looking. Oh, right here. So I could just go over and ask for, yeah, this one. Okay, add a new line is okay. So I accept it. Accept. Yeah, I don't like that whenever I accept, immediately jump back to my cursor here. It's kind of annoying. So I guess I need to use my cursor to move around my cursor, and then um, it won't do that kind of jumping things. All right, catch system exception. Okay. You see, now I just need to review the code and then accept it or not. So, no, yeah, cool. Disconnect. So it removes this disconnect my sampler connection, because we already have um, the disconnect input out here, so we don't need this one. That's fine. Let's remove that, and then from here, um, yeah, it know that I want to rename it to mic sampler connector to input. Pretty smart. And then yeah, it will replace mic sampler connection to by CM Audio. That's good too. Uh, Disconnect the existing session and reconnect. Yeah, all looking good for me. I'll accept everything for now. You see, so by using AI, is pretty much do like all the work for me. So you must show it some example, some work by doing some initial code, then you ask AI to do the rest. It's very good in terms of mimicking what you are doing and predicting what you're doing, and then finish off the work for you. So yeah, let's review one time. It easier to kind of accept whatever is done and then review it. So we should have a connect function. That's good. We should have a disconnect function with the input is the audio connection. Then we should have a disconnect function with the input with the output, and then we have a reconnect input, reconnect output. All looking good for me. So one more time, reconnect output. It will go through all the connections and check if the connection output is there. Then it do the connection to the input, and here reconnect input. It will go through the connection and check if the input is the same. Then it connect the output to the input. Yeah, looking good. In the disconnect function, for disconnect output, it will go through the existing connection and then check for the existing output. It add to this connect collection and then go through the connect collection and then disconnect each connection. Yeah. Similarly, for input, it goes through the existing connection, check for the input, and then disconnect the connection. Then those two functions will call this disconnect connection. It will take the output and this disconnect from the input, and then it remove the connection from the list, and it will log it out. Uh, yeah, and it makes sure that the the UI is updated by removing the endpoint and disable the Bezier line. So on the connect function, we check like for the input and output if they exist, and then we continue. Um, yeah, we make sure that we disconnect the input first, because one um, one input only accept one connection. One input can only reconnect to one output. Yeah, exactly. It know what I want, exactly what I want. So this is crazy. I don't have to type the rest. Uh, so and then this it connect the select output to the select input, and then it add the connection to the list, and it log it out saying that it is connected and show the numbers connection. And then it visually showing that they are connected, and an empty out is selected input and output. Wow, yeah, perfect. Looked much cleaner. I like it. Let's go back to my sampler over here. Uh, we have some option here to change. Uh, let's update this to select. Mm, output. Is it select output, and then CM output. This this should my sampler should extend the CM output, and because it's extend the CM output, we don't need this function. We don't need these two functions. And then maybe here we let's see, decision union. Okay, we don't need those two functions, and then this is redundant. That is redundant, so yeah. What else do we need to do? All looking good to me. Time to test. Time to run a test. Put on the headset. Yeah. It takes a long time to cast, so let me close it. Cast again. Okay. Now it is working. Let me start. Switch to, yep. Okay. Start the host. Then turn the audio on. Okay, audio connection is missing the class attribute extension of native class. What does that mean? Wow, that's fast. We have only 2 minutes left. Or yeah, I need to some of the rename some of the objects. Rename some of the objects in here. Let me switch over to the screen. Mic manager. Mic sample manager. So that should be called audio connection manager. Rename it audio connection manager. And then what else? And then mic sampler. Mic sampler will be still mic sampler. The live effects output. Let's still call it live effects output. But because we rename a couple of things, then some script might missing. So, time's up. Time's up. So, 5 minutes break. Yeah, 5 minutes break. Yeah, next time I make sure if I do any discussions with you guys, I may need to pause the clock and make sure that 25 minutes is only for actual walking. Okay, focus. Back to work. Yeah, because we have changed several classes. Um, so some of them will be broken in the editor. And we want to make sure we connect all of those back. Um, let's check for all the missings, kind of script. So right here, okay, the Audio Connection Manager, yeah, it changed the name. That's good. It automatically connect with the correct class. That's great. But how about Csound Live Effects? Let's switch to here so everyone can see it clearer. Csound Live Effects. Let's check the input. The input should use the correct class. Where is it? Yeah, it changed to CM audio input. That's great. That's correct. I, I don't remember that they could automatically do this for you. Yeah. This is live for this package here. But here you see it's missing the function. So when we activate, which means we want to delete the connection, then we should call disconnect output, and over here that should be connect select output. Then over here I think the function is messed up, right? So select that would be connect in select input, And then down here, yeah, disconnect it is already selected for me. What, disconnect my sampler? Okay, that's good. Why disconnect my sampler? I don't think that function is the right one that we want to use. Where is it? CM auto input disconnect my sampler. Yeah, we haven't renamed that one. That shouldn't call disconnect my sampler. It should be called disconnect input. That should be disconnect input. Yeah, just waiting. We are kind of doing a speed run here because this is the third session already. So disconnect input. Yeah, all right, cool. One more thing, the mic sampler. What? Oh, I call it sampler instrument. Yeah. So when your program getting bigger and bigger, remembering all those names are also a problem. So my sampler select my refresh. Yeah, I think it's good. No other problem. So we could go back and start testing. It's running. Let me switch to that screen so that you can see it better. Start host. Yeah. Then make sure that audio is running. You guys can all hear the audio. First, I want to test the sampler. Test the sampler. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Is it running? Doesn't look like the audio is running. Let's get our effect. So this audio effects are running, but the sampler is not recording. So this one is working well. The sampler is not recording. Let me load a pre-recorded one. Play. So the recording one was working. Let me try and record another one. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Hello, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, that actually working, but it's just a little bit slow delay.
Hello, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Put it into a loop.
Hello, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Then I connect with the output here.
Connect with the output. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Just save this.
Let me save this. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Like this.
Hello, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
So it is working,
Hello,
but one
1,
thing
2, 3, 1, 2,
but one thing I noticed is the connection from the visual of it is
Hello,
not
1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
correct. You see, this connection is a bit off.
Hello, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Let's
Hello, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
test something else.
Something else.
Let's connect this. That.
Hello, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
So it is working well.
Hello, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Now,
Hello, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
how about I want to connect this, that. It doesn't
Hello,
work.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hello, 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 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hello,
So it
1, 2,
works
3,
one,
1,
but the reconnection is not working.
Hello, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Stop. Maybe developer 3 RAM. Huh. It's not doing its job, so create another effects. Then somehow it's not working. So my sampler manager. And I need to rename it to Audio Connection Manager as well. So we have the select input now. Select output. Oh, I guess we are missing something in here. So this is sound or connect outputs. Yeah, exactly. It's mixing the function. So let's update that to select output, and then update this one as well to disconnect output. Similarly for the classic. classics, the C sound involving R, and then gonna did the C sound involving or output. Yeah, it's missing its function here. That should be select output, and then this one should be disconnect output. Um, One more thing I want to check in the audio input manager. Connection manager. That is when we do the connection. Select image no. We should disconnect it. When we disconnect, we what did we do? We remove the endpoint. We disable the Bezier line. Okay, let's clean up everything. Remove everything. What is the command for remove everything? Delete all instruments left joystick and then AB. Then AB. Everything should go away. Yeah, this one as well. Let's clear the lock. And do the test again. Do the test again. Create a sampler. Book where? What is wrong? Something wrong with the network. Let me stop server. Oh, it breaks the whole app. Let me start it again. Do create a sampler. Yeah, hang on. I need to turn off the boiler. Load. And play in loop.
Hello, 1 2 3 1 2 3.
Create an effect.
Hello, 1 2 3 1 2 3.
Connect that. We should hear hello 1 2 3 in a
Hello, 1 2 3 1 2 3.
yep. Then create another instrument.
Hello, 1 2 3 1 2 3.
Connect that. We should hear a different effect from that thing. Yep. And then when I enable those two, okay, it's working. Now let me disconnect it. Then reconnect. The reconnect is not working. So it actually working, but the visual didn't show. Yeah, let's see why. So we have one input, we have another input, and let's double check it. Input. So both are working. Okay, the endpoint of this bezier line is empty. Okay, let's go back to the code. So when we connect we set the start point, but when we disconnect, we set the endpoint to no. That's not correct. Should do the same thing, which is set the start point. Okay, stop that, and yeah, we stop that and try again. Okay, back. Sampler. Load the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then create effects from here. So this is flange.
Hello, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Then connect that with that. We should hear it. Now we disconnect it. We should hear only the dry signal.
Hello, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2,
Yeah.
3.
And we reconnect it. Oh no, reconnect it. Yes, it's working. Now we add another effects. Let mute this one.
Hello, 1, 2, 3, 1,
Yeah,
2, 3.
you could hear the reverb pretty clear. Like mute the reverb and then
Hello, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
You know what? If I connect um, the verb to the flanger to the verb here, then wow, how about that? That's what. Now we talking. Wow, that's crazy. Switch. Hello. Um, Let me write down some to-do things here. Effortless instrument in progress. Checklist before commit. Want to have sampler. Refactor audio connection. Something I want to add to the checklist for this one. So a couple of things. Stop that. A couple of things I noticed is that the sampler connection should start from is output. What? Time's up. Wow, that's fast. Wait, is the end of the third session already? How crazy is that? Okay, time to go back to work. Um, so I'm taking some notes here, something to do. Some issue I noticed: the sampler connection should start from output, and then sampler playback shouldn't have a silence gap at the beginning. Um, Anything else I should notice? Um, yeah, should indicate whether an input or output is selected. Anything else? Yeah. Um. Okay. Let's keep doing the test. Those are the things that I notice might be a problem. So let's go back to testing. It should keep running. Now let's add a classic. And maybe connect this. It's pretty crazy though. Oh, one more thing I need to note it down. It's like when we change instruments, the connection should remain. So they're all working well. That's awesome. I think I should commit it for now, because I don't want to lose our work so far. Refactor, so that my sampler and effects uses the same refactor and simplify audio connections. Yeah, things are going crazy, so I just remove some of them, and now remove all the objects. Let's create a classic. Some nice music. Then put it to effects. Assembler's connection should start from its output. Let's see. Yes. Hour and 40 minutes. Mm-hmm. Okay. So because the start point is the instrument, we want the start point to be this output instead. So, so in the connect function here, when we set the start point, and here because we set the selected output transform, then why does selected output is not over there? Okay. Yeah, because the mic sampler, I put it over here. Oh, output transform. Over here, I say output transform instead. The CM output should also take a serialized field, which is a transform called output transform. And then if the output transform is not assigned, holy shit. Yeah. It was crashing. So the sampler instrument. So on this sampler instrument, which is the mic sampler here, we have this output transform. Now I want to move that output transform to over here. And then when we do the connect function, then we could choose the output transform. check if the output transform is not set, then we choose the selected output transform. Otherwise, we use the output transform here. So because of that, heading over the sampler instrument, check for the output. We should see the out. Where's the output transform? Where is it? Oh, okay, it's set. That component is put on my sampler is put on the instrument. So over here, um, yeah, the output transform is set to the output. So that's what we need. Everything else we don't need to set it. So, and in case we don't set it, then it's gonna take whatever transform of the game object um, that the live FX output components put on. So over here, Csound live effects. This one on the output, we don't set the transform. Yeah, and if we don't set transform by default, it would be the game object itself. And maybe if we are careful, then in this start function, we could set the output transform to the current transform. Yeah, if it's not already set. Just to be safe. But I don't think that's necessary. So that's one issue. It should solve this issue. Another big thing is like when we change the instrument, the connection should still remain. So when we change the instrument, um, then because if it's Csound Unity instrument, then the audio bus in and out will be initialized again, and that connection is lost. So that connections are lost, but in the audio connection manager and in the list of connection here, the list of connection is how it holds the CM audio connection, which holds the input and output, and these are independent from those are independent from the Csound Unity, and because they are independent from Csound Unity, so the connection is still there. However, these audio buttons in and out are not set correctly, so we have to call the reconnect function. We need to reconnect. Need to call reconnect on its audio input and output. Again. Okay. All right. Let me test this thing first, and then commit that. And I think we done for today because we are now at time. We have only 2 minutes left. And that's 4 sessions for today already. So let me switch over here. Oh, my left hand controller is dead. I think it is dead. Like, not only the left hand, but also the right hand. Left hand not connected, right hand not connected. Are they both dead? Yeah, I think so. I'm running out of battery, so I think I'm done for today. That's it. Thank you. Let me charge my controllers and then we'll continue later. Maybe, I don't know, tomorrow. Thank you. Bye bye. End stream.